I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
Well, this week we do have some significant news from one of mine or yours favourite car brands. Just a bit of a tease there, but
we'll come on to that.
We will.
Yes.
We will. It's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. And you're very excited about it. Everyone's excited. And trouble is, it's a bit of admin before that, isn't it?
There is, what you might call a tradition. Even
a glorious tradition.
I suspect it's the only reason some people tune in.
Yeah,
download,
we've been through this before.
Search whatever.
Yeah.
We have. People don't tune in anymore.
No. I did explain to you. It'll sink in one day. We are not on the wireless. No, still not. Yeah.
Yes. It'd be like me saying halfway through, if you've just joined us, nobody starts halfway through anymore.
No, it's just not a thing, is it?
No.
It's quite nice though. I quite like it.
It's a whole new world.
It is. It is. Like I said before, all it does is illustrate how old we are.
It's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of numbers, I believe we're at 2725.
2725, righto.
I believe.
It sounds about right. I think that's what I had too. So at least we're consistent.
Yeah. There we are.
Yeah. That's a very good point. It's my turn to be firing some statements in your direction this evening.
You have had to have made something convincing up. Yeah.
Well, hopefully, but I mean, it seems unlikely at this point.
You never know.
So, would you like your first statement?
I would. I can't wait. Actually,
I bet you are excited.
Yeah, I am.
So these are all relatively short, with this first one being particularly short.
Okay.
Statement number 1. The kitten was the first Reliant with rectangular headlights.
Okay.
I'll paste you that in text form.
Thank you. Very
I think
decent of you.
Even with our tired little brains, I think you probably would have been all right with that one.
I probably could have coped with that one. Yeah. I can spell kitten.
You vaguely know what Reliant is, and you know what shape a rectangle is.
Yep, and I know the kitten. That was 4-wheeled instead of 3-wheeled, I believe.
It's not their usual thing, is it?
No, it was not. It was quite a departure for them. Didn't fall over at roundabouts and things. The 3-wheeled ones didn't do that either. That was Clarkson.
Honestly, it was probably one of the most childish episodes they ever did. But my God, it made me laugh every time it fell over.
Oh, incredibly funny, but yes, absolutely ridiculous.
It was very silly, but yeah, no, I do like it when he asks us about like that because it was genuinely funny. It was a bit like it was a bit like the mediocre SUVs, wasn't it? And the steering wheel rubbing and things like that. That made me.
There was
It was childish, but it made me laugh.
Yeah. And the lorry drivers change gear, murder a prostitute, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, that went down swimmingly, that didn't it?
Oh yeah, that was really popular.
Yeah. Whoops.
He went a little bit too far. Anyway, back to the dear little kitten.
You don't have to dwell on it now.
No, not going to ponder now. Let's. I'm aware of the kitten and its number of wheels. So although that's actually not what you've asked me
absolutely
about.
nothing to do with it, but it's nice to know
wheels.
that you've fixated on the wheels. Well done, you.
Yes, not the point at all. Right, onwards.
Onwards to statement number 2, again, relatively short. The first production car to use cameras instead of conventional wing mirrors was the Lexus ES. And there you go. Have it in text form.
Oh, it is. Interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
Lexus, not a brand we're massively familiar with. So...
No, we've been through this, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Okay.
So, all right.
I'll
let you ponder on that one while I read you statement number 3. Slightly longer, but still not long. The Rover 800 Sterling was to be called the Rover 800 Rapide, but Aston Martin owned this name and would not let Rover use it.
Oh.
There you go. Pasted at you.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. I like that one. I don't know if it's true, but I like it.
So, begin unpacking, if you will.
Okay, I will. Right, let's start with the dear little kitten.
Why not, indeed?
Little plastic fellow. With rectangular headlights. Now, I think it did have rectangular headlights from memory. Obviously, I can't Google it and confirm that my memory is correct at this point, but I think it did have rectangular headlights. But was it the first Reliant? Now, I'm not massively familiar with the Reliant range. No, indeed. No, this is not a car brand we are likely to dedicate an episode to at any point. Although maybe we should. We'd all learn something.
We would. There are actually some really interesting facts along the way, and I'm not going to blurt any out now because they could be useful.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yes, maybe it's a brand we should focus more on for these statements, is what you're saying.
Entirely possible. But yes, you're right. A little follow-up piece on Reliant in general, because everyone gets fixated and going, well, Del Boy's van. You're like, no, they did other things. Yeah.
They did do other things. That's the first thing everyone thinks of. And of course, everyone mistakenly calls it the Reliant Robin. In fact, Del Boy's van was not a Robin. It was a Regal. The Robin came later. Now, Del Boy's van certainly had round headlights, and the Robin certainly had round headlights. However, the Reliant Fox, as owned by Mr. Hubnut of YouTube fame,
I've heard of him.
That you are aware of him, yes. That had square headlights.
Yeah.
And that also had 4 wheels. I might call this one early. I think that could well be true.
I see.
I think that could well be true.
You're allowed to leap in and say these bold things.
Bold, rash statements early in the going.
Yeah, quite.
Yes, I think that could well be true. I don't know it for a fact, but that could well be true. It feels right.
Okay.
But as I say, it's not a brand any of us would claim to be particularly knowledgeable on. So I could be talking bobbins. There could be some earlier model. Don't know. Anyway, I think I'm probably going to pick that one as true.
Okay.
Now, Lexus is another brand, actually, that we probably don't know as much about as maybe we should.
Yeah, I think we have stated that previously. It's like I
think it's fair. Now the Lexus ES. See, I'm not even sure exactly which one that was.
Oh, I see.
I think it was the big funny looking saloon with the weird triangular grille. Is that the ES? You're not going to tell me, obviously, although that's not the thrust of your statement.
Question, statement, all of the words.
Yes. I think it was. Did it have cameras instead of mirror? I don't remember anything about cameras on a Lexus, but it could be true. And it could have had different things in Japan than it had here. And they're the sort of brand that would do something like that. Maybe. Not sure, but it's a maybe at the moment. I'm not ruling it out.
All right.
It's possible. Their cars were somewhat over-engineered. Some would say, or others would say, properly engineered.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Yes. This is why there's so many old ones still around. Maybe we've all been missing a trick all these years. Perhaps we should be driving around in Lexi.
Well, very good.
Okay.
I've never driven one. I'm not even
No,
sure.
I haven't.
I'm not even sure I've been in the passenger seat of one.
I have been a passenger in one quite recently, actually. In the last 12 months,
That is awfully
spent
recent.
Quite a lot of time in one. Actually, I spent a couple of days being a passenger in one, and it was quite a fast one. And I was very impressed with it. Okay. Anyway, I digress. But
no, it's useful information. Not for this at all, but in general.
Not for this at all. But no, I have spent some time in a Lexus, but not behind the wheel. All right. I'm going to pop that one down as a maybe. Quite a strong maybe, actually. That one might well turn to a true. But let's see where I go with the old Rover 800 Sterling. Now, the Sterling, if I recall, was the saloon version of the 800. I remember it quite well. I remember it actually was the only Rover I saw when I was in America. Was the 800 Sterling saloon.
Fun fact.
Fun fact,
yeah,
indeed.
Because I don't even think they were badged 800s, or possibly not even Rovers. I think they were sold as Sterlings in America.
Yes, that is true. They were. I did see one in Seattle when I was there, and I remember thinking, "Oh, look, there's a Rover. I didn't know there would be Rovers over here."
That's and probably the only one ever.
The only one I saw. Yes. I never saw it again, and I never saw another one.
No, I'm not a big seller, I would imagine, over there.
I wouldn't have thought so. Now, was it to be called Rapide? It's a bit French sounding for Rover, isn't it? And the name Rapide, yes, Aston Martin did use that name, but that came much later. Did they already own the name, though, and just weren't doing anything with it? Don't know. If they were doing anything with it, they'd have... If they weren't doing anything with it, they'd have struggled to make that hold up in court. You do have to make use of trademarks in order for them to be successfully protected, even if you own it. You do have to be doing something with it in the eyes of the law. And would Rover, not a wealthy company, let's be honest, knowingly use a name owned by another manufacturer, although another manufacturer, maybe one of the few manufacturers that was worse funded than Rover, although in that era, don't know, because they'd have been part of Ford then.
Oh, I'm sure they would have been rolling in it at that point.
Well, I wouldn't say rolling in it, but maybe better off than, well, take Now, for example. I never heard the name Rapide associated with the Rover 800. Don't like this one. Oh, I guess anything's possible, but doesn't feel right. It's not. I don't know that Rapide is a name that Rover would have used. Oh, I don't know. Could it have been a development name? No, because they tended to use numbers and things for that, didn't they? Don't like that one. See, because they continued using the name Vitesse as a sort of trim level, although I don't know if the Sterling ever got that, because the Vitesse, I think, was the hatch. Don't know about that. Don't like that one, but I don't really have anything to base that on. I think it's between the Lexus and the Rover at this point, because I'm going to say Reliant is true, I think. Do I not like Rover Rapide enough to say Lexus cameras is true? Because that's what it will lead to. That's what it'll lead to. I think I'm going to say Reliant is true, Lexus is true, and Rover is false.
I see. Are you locking those in?
Yeah, go on. Let's have it.
Yeah, go on. I see. Now then. Now, what we need to do here is we need to fathom whether you're spot on, don't we?
Well, you don't need to fathom it. You already know.
I do. I've got the answer staring me in the face here.
But
where's the fun in just announcing them?
Exactly. That's not the tradition.
No, it's not. We draw it out. People get bored. We get bored.
Yeah.
Right. Let's not mess about then. No. I can safely say that you are correct.
There we go again.
There we go. Now, this is what's interesting is you're correct, but as so often happens, you are correct for the wrong reasons.
Yes, that is usually the case.
So there's not much to discuss when it comes to the two that are true, because they're short and sweet. Yes, the Kitten was the first Reliant with rectangular headlights, and yes, the Lexus ES was the first production car to use cameras instead of conventional wing mirrors. I do believe when we say it used them, I got a feeling it was an option, and it may not have been available to the entire world. The car was, I believe,
I don't remember the ES having cameras for mirrors, but
it's highly likely just a pricey option. But nonetheless, it was a production car, and you could have them, so it fits the bill. Now, this here Rover Sterling.
The Rover Sterling, which is how you have to pronounce it, I expect.
Well, certainly around here, anyway.
Yes.
Now, you correctly identified this statement as false. However, you did go on a bit about
like it.
You didn't like it. You went on about it, and you were like, "Why would Rover use that name, or at least want to use that name?" This is where that bit of your argument falls down beautifully, because
I don't care about the argument. I got the answer right.
Yeah. So actually, it's based in an awful lot of fact, because the Rover SD1 Vitesse was to be called the Rapide.
Oh, really? The SD1?
The SD1. Okay. So even older than the one. And you said, well, why would they use that? Aston didn't use that for years. But no, Aston have owned that name for some time. And when they got wind of Rover trying to call a car that, they went, "Oi, that's ours."
No. Okay. Interesting. Well, okay. Well, SD1 was British Leyland days, and okay.
But there we go.
They'd have had interesting. Okay,
fun facts for everyone.
That. Right, okay. So it had nothing to do with the Rover 800. It was the SD1.
Yeah.
Even though the 800 was very much in the image of the SD1.
I thought that's why I went sort of down that route. As well, I thought, well, hang on, I got a Sterling name here I can fiddle about with. I could have a bit of fun.
I'd have done the same. I've done that quite a lot. Taken a fact and then just changed the car that it's about.
Yeah.
It's never fooled you.
No, and it's not worked on you either. So there we go. It rumbles on for another week at 27:26, and
interesting.
Very good. Well, we've all learned a bit there.
Right. We have. Well done.
Right. Now, should we get down to brass tacks?
Oh, the nitty gritty.
Yes. There's a bit of news this week. There's been some announcements from the Germans, and it's been causing quite a stir. Now, the news itself has divided the public, I would say.
Okay.
Because for the first time ever, Porsche has unveiled a GT3 variant that is a convertible.
Yeah, I did see this. Yeah. Yeah. No. Well, anything 911-y is going to divide opinion, isn't it?
It is, and obviously the opinion starts to get divided in the sense of going, well, no, GT3 is focused. It's lightweight. All these things. Yeah. It's a focused car. Yeah, well, yeah, but all right, let's give people the option, and that's what they've done. And they're like, well, some people will want the absolute hardcore one, and they'll want a GT3 RS, and they'll go and buy that. Some people will go, well, actually, I want a hint of practicality when my GT3, so I'll buy a touring. Someone will go, well, I want maybe sort of where it all started. I'll just have a, if you could call it, Bogo GT3. Or you go, well, actually, no, I want the Uber special edition. I'll have an ST. Okay, that's fair enough. Each to their own. But now you go, well, actually, I want the roof off. I want to be able to hear that amazing naturally aspirated 4-litre engine. I want wind in the hair motoring and all of that stuff. So yeah, bollocks to it. Why
There's
not
a
have
market for it for sure.
And what they've done is they've borrowed an awful lot of ST bits. So it does share an awful lot of parts with the most special of the GT3s.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I think it looks great.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some pickies of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I mean, for a 911.
I see you're going to say things like that. And just to be clear, it's not called a GT3 Cabriolet. It's a GT3 SC. So that's
okay.
And I think it's just lovely. I really do. I don't normally gush over. And well, that's not strictly true. I probably the 991 I found a bit awkward, in particular in cabriolet form, whereas actually the 992 suits it a bit better.
Okay.
And yeah,
it's going to be a touch heavier, I imagine. It would have to be.
It will be a touch heavier. The videos I've watched on it, and everyone sort of said, "Look, this is not a compromised car." Yes, they've locked the roof off, but a few people have mentioned the figure of that going maybe in terms of chassis dynamics 5% less than a coupe.
Yeah.
And go, do you know what? I'd suck that up for being able to put the roof down and hear it.
Yes, I get. Yeah, I get that.
They're paired with a manual gearbox as well. It's just like, you know what? Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
As you have said, opinion is divided. I've just been reading the bottom half of the internet on this, and opinion is very much divided. Between, well, it's about time to you're sullying the bloodline.
All from people who no doubt are going to buy one, obviously.
Oh, obviously, yes.
What I love the press car is Guards Red gold wheels. It's like
gold wheels.
That's a bit of me. But there
black
was
interior. Yeah,
the black interior is nice, but there was another press. Some press shots, and not the press car, with a red interior with red tartan, and I'm like, do you know what? It shouldn't work. It shouldn't work, but it's bloody lovely. Absolutely bloody lovely.
Yeah. Bloody lovely. I've just found a picture of that. Yes. That's quite an interior, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
I think when I heard the rumours, I was probably a little bit nervous to see what the end result would be. But this, sign me up. If I had the money, you could take it, but I mean, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No. I think, you know what? Why not have a go at building something like that? Why not? There's plenty.
Truth.
Yeah.
I've just seen the price.
Sorry. Yes.
I'm okay. Yeah, I see your problem.
It's up there, isn't it? Price wise.
Yeah, it's a big number. Yeah.
It is, give or take some pence, 200 grand.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yes, a lot. However, I'm sure they'll flog them.
They will 100% flog them. They will disappear. I think
they will.
I think they've done a fabulous job. And I think I don't know. The appeal of that, a GT3 spec car, manual gearbox, roof down.
It's quite a package, isn't it?
I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that. Fair play to them. Fair play.
It's quite a package. And 911 sales are up at the moment.
Yep.
They are the only model from Porsche that is up. As you may have seen, Porsche reported a 15% slump in sales the first quarter of this year. But overall, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, that's a fair bit down, let's face it.
That's a fair bit down, but 911 sales on their own were actually 22% up.
There's a lot to be said for it. It's like, please stop fanning around with it. When I say stop fanning around with like the stuff like Taycan and that, because it's not that it's not a good car, it's just that the market is too volatile.
Yeah, I mean, you only got to look at the used prices of quite new Taycans. And they're selling for like a third of their sticker price.
Yeah, and the fact that we've got the whole issue around Boxster and Cayman, not really existing, while it transitions to electric maybe, but actually reverse engineer this new platform so that it can do both. It's an awkward moment in time, but it's very nice to know that the 911 can go, right, well actually no, I've still got this.
Yeah, absolutely. The 911 is the only model they sell that has increased. Everything else has slumped. Although I have read on the subject of Taycan and its competitors, there has been a surge, was the phrase I heard, although that might just be a pun. A surge in interest in EVs over the last few weeks. I can't imagine what's doing that.
No, it's odd, isn't it? But yeah, I have read a little bit about this, and I think the wording of surge is definitely a pun.
Yes, I think so.
Don't get me wrong, there is an increase, but I don't think it's world changing at present.
No, it's not. I mean, when fuel prices go silly, as they have, thanks to the man in the White House, that's a nice. I'm being polite.
You really did. I mean, sugarcoat that. Let's face it.
Yeah, I did.
That is the politest way I've heard to him referred to in some time.
The man in the White House, yes. Has cocked up our fuel prices, and so naturally there will be people thinking, if only there was another way. And it will cause, it's probably little more than a trickle than a surge. But that's fine. There is a third way, and if it can work for you, then
have at it.
Then cracking. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes, sales from Porsche are well down, apart from the 911. Pretty much everything else they sell is down this year. But they're not selling budget products, and nobody's got any money. So
yeah, everyone's a bit skint.
Yeah, a little bit. So, yeah, it's not surprising. But if the 911 can keep doing the business, then good.
Yeah. Now, I think Porsche are very aware of this. So what they've done is they've thought, well, it's clearly selling. 911, that is.
Yep. Yeah.
They're in this awkward position now, aren't they? Of going, well, like we were saying, Boxster and Cayman are, in a bit of a state. And there is a slight gap in their range as a direct result. The Cayman GT4 Club Sport is very much on its way out, in the sense of, well, the Cayman in general is has an uncertain future.
Yes, I would say. I mean, it's getting a bit long in the tooth now. I mean, obviously that's not compared to the 911.
No, but it's they've always iterated on it since its introduction.
Yeah.
But there is this odd limbo at the moment for Boxster and Cayman.
Yes. Well, they're not sure what to do because they were preparing electric versions.
Yeah.
And now they're not sure that releasing those is a good idea.
Quite. So there is a class of racing that you might be familiar with. There's probably a couple. So I'm assuming you'll be aware of the Porsche Carrera Cup. So
yes.
That's been a thing for many years. And that's, it's the GT3 Cup cars, one make series. It's a support race for championships all over the world. There's even they call it Super Cup, but it's the same thing. The highest level of Carrera Cup racing supports Formula One. It's that popular.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also Porsche Sprint Challenge, which are Caymans.
Okay.
Now, with the issue of Caymans sort of going, well, what's going to happen with those? There's been another car spotted this week.
Oh.
What
do we got?
911 at the Nürburgring. They've been testing a mule, but what it looks to be is a 911 GT4 challenge. So what they would appear to be going down the route of going, well, actually, we need this class of racing. It's proven to be quite popular, but we are about to not have a car for it. There's only so many times you can keep wheeling out the Caymans and go, well, no, we haven't updated these in a long time. That's going to be a 911 class as well, by the look of it.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's been a test mule going around the Nürburgring. Very limited sticker action on it. It's been going around with other GT4 cars that are testing there. It's quite clearly got bits of GT3 road car on it. But actually you can see it's more of a sort of dialed back one. It's not as hardcore as a GT3. And the dead giveaway is someone got a really good picture of one in the pits, and it's got some gaffer tape over the rear wing end plates. What is on the rear wing end plate is the word challenge embossed into it. So that's dealt with that, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that tells you everything you want to
know.
Okay.
So yeah, there we go. I think we're about to have a new racing class to sit just below Carrera Cup and replace the Caymans.
Caymans with 911s.
Yeah, and it does appear to be Manti Racing that are helping develop it, who are they're incredibly famous for working really closely with Porsche and being a factory supported race team. So yeah, I think that's going to be a bit of a weapon, and then obviously cue your road going version of it at some point as well.
Yes, I'm sure they'll do that.
Yeah.
And from what I've read, Cayman and Boxster will continue as piston cars for the moment. They're going to hold back the electric versions and see which way things go. They are developed, and from what I've read, pretty much ready to go.
Yeah.
And they were absolutely planning to launch them this summer, but they're going to hang off for a minute and see what happens.
Okay.
Which, well, it's a funny market at the moment, isn't it? I don't think any of them really know which way to jump. Some are still launching more high-end EVs, like the new Mercedes EQS, the BMW i3, nothing to do with the original i3, stuff like that, with ranges approaching 600 miles.
You can't knock that, can you? That's impressive.
Oh, it really is. I mean, that the BMW i3, particularly in a state form, that is glorious. That is just fantastic. 500 and whatever the range was, 570, or 60, 569, I think it was, to be precise. 569 miles range on a charge. I mean,
that's
there's
fine. Absolutely fine.
No arguing with that. So that stuff is still coming on, and I think, as you made the point, that BMW have got it just right in that they've struck the balance between piston and electric. They can do both.
Yeah,
Porsche,
they hedged their bets early, didn't they?
They did. They said we're going to go down both roads.
Yeah, and that was a stroke of genius, because
it was.
It's left them in a very, very strong position in these uncertain times.
But the Taycan deserved to do better than it did.
Yeah, which I think the main issue with that is the price point of it. Because the market is oddly, as we've said before, really fiercely competitive in that high-end electric market. It is. I get that it's kind of the flagships and people sort of toe in the water, but yeah, there's not much water to put your toe in there.
Not at the minute. No.
No, and in general, even if the market were buoyant, it's still quite a small market, because not a lot of people have that sort of money to drop on an EV or a car in general.
Yeah, at that price point, it was a limited market for sure. We need more stuff. Like Honda have just announced the replacement for the Honda E, which is coming our way. The Super N.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't really want to just mention it as a throwaway comment. I think we should spend a bit of time on that next week.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I tell you what, let's park that in the garage for a minute and allow me to touch on something that's fully electric, but very much at the other end of the market. Now, I recently mentioned we discussed Rolls-Royce,
Yes.
how they were gonna ease back on the whole electric thing, and we said, well, that's a bit odd, because surely the electric platform is everything they've ever wanted. But
turns out the customers don't want it.
Yeah, well, strangely, although their coach building division has come up with a thing. Project Nightingale is going to be a convertible all-electric roller, sort of in the image of the Dawn. And following on from the boat tail that their coach building gang did a little while ago.
I do recall.
Yeah, indeed. It's the ultimate expression of design and luxury and attention to detail and all that stuff that they like to go on about.
Yeah, I'm just looking at one now. I mean, it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
But
draws on the glamour and confidence of the 1920s and 30s while remaining entirely ahead of its time. Is what they've said.
Yeah. Which is really odd thing to say when you go, well, yeah, but no one wants one, allegedly, from what you've said previously.
Who is going to buy that?
It's a bold styling choice, I would say.
Yeah, very. It's going to be limited, I think, to 100 cars, so they're not going to be everywhere. You're not going to see one down the supermarket, I wouldn't have thought. But it's it's quite a thing. But obviously their coach building division hasn't got the memo about, no, we're not doing EV. So slightly confused message there from Rolls-Royce. Can't see any pricing on it, but I imagine it's going to be quite a large number.
Out of reach is what I would say.
$500,000 on that, do we reckon?
It's easily, surely.
Yeah, it's got to be.
And that may be a bit extra just sprinkled on top.
Yeah, well, there'll be an options list, I'm sure.
But
yeah, no, I saw that and thought, oh, well, I should just mention that as a follow-up to our Rolls-Royce story, that they're not completely off EV, as it turns out.
It's definitely worth mentioning, but yeah, mixed messages, I would say.
I would say so there. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, but there we are. There is another name from the past that seems to be potentially reappearing.
Oh God, I hate it when they do this.
Yes, Jensen, a fine old British name. There is talk of a new Interceptor, the Interceptor GTX, a fresh take on the Interceptor of the 1970s.
Yeah, why not? Oh God, call me cynical, but it's just not going to happen, is it?
It feels a bit TVR, doesn't it? I mean, how many times have we been told, oh yeah, they're coming back? What was the phrase Elon used? Financing secured.
Yep.
Is it? There are some sort of dark, shadowy images have been popped about of this thing, and it sort of has the silhouette, only much, much larger, of an original Interceptor. Again, it's going to be a very expensive toy, isn't it? And it's not the time to be doing that.
No, this is one of those things that you go. We read about it this week, and then next month at some point you'll follow it up and went, yeah, that all died a death. Money ran out.
Yeah,
all done.
Yeah, the guy behind it, his father worked for Jensen, and he said, this is a very personal project to me. And well, you're going to sell one then.
Very personal project. That means you're going to be ruled by your heart, not your head, and your money's going to run out even quicker than you can possibly imagine.
He has said, quelque vale, if that's how you pronounce it, I have no idea. This project is very personal. Jensen was a big part of my father's life and our family history. Hand built to the utmost quality. Debatable.
Hand built,
yeah. The Jensen Interceptor GTX will set new benchmarks and provide the pure high-performance, ultra-analog driving experience that discerning clientele are now demanding.
Okay. Right.
So I think that's probably the last we'll hear of that.
Yeah, I mean, I wish them well, obviously, but it's just.
I don't wish anybody bad luck in business. No, but
it just. It has, we've heard these sort of things before with other brands, and it's just it can't help but be incredibly nervous about it.
Yeah. There's no real details about it. They just talk about how wonderful it's going to be, and it's very personal to them, and etc., etc. And as you've just said, you're making it personal. Well, this is probably not going to work then.
Okay.
It has to be viable as a business.
All right. Well, we'll end it on
it's
that
a shame.
one, but actually, we'll throw down a gauntlet, shall we? And say, please prove us wrong.
Yeah, do, because a new Jensen would be glorious.
It would, yeah.
A new Interceptor would be great.
Yeah. Let make it a true thing. Make us look like dozy sods who don't know what they're talking about. That's the ideal outcome in that one.
Yeah, I think so. If you could turn this shadowy image you put out into a real thing, and we would be delighted to test drive it for you.
That's it. We would sing its praises.
Well, if it's any good.
Quite.
And if the sponsorship deal was, lucrative enough, obviously.
Yeah. No, we're not meant to say that on air.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, I said the quiet bit out loud again.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.